Hey guys, how's it going? So I got this Ford F-150 that I'm working on, and I'm making another video on it. Came in from another shop. It's got running issues. They did some work to it. They got it. They improved it, but they cannot straighten it out. So, customer brought it to us. Now, I don't know who did this, but somebody did this at some point in time. What I want to talk about is cheap parts. Everybody out there knows you can go on Rock Auto, you can go on Amazon. I do it myself personally. But you got, just like with videos you find on YouTube, forums and stuff like that. I read through the forums, I read through the blogs, I watch YouTube videos from other people, and sometimes I'm sitting there like, phew, this person doesn't know what they're talking about. And it's like information you can get, you have to be able to pick through it and find information that makes sense, that you can use. You got to know when you're reading something like, hey, this person is full of baloney. They don't know what they're talking about. They may think they know what they're talking about, but sometimes these people have no clue what they're talking about. Same thing when it comes to buying parts online. All right, we all know the local parts store. We all know the parts can be expensive. Okay, they're a brick and mortar store. They have rent to pay. They have people to pay. That's your local people. That's your neighbor. They need to work too. So I prefer to use the local parts store. Yes, the parts cost more. If it's something I can wait on, yes, I will buy online. I will buy Amazon parts. I will buy Rock Auto parts. I have no problem with that. But if you go to Rock Auto, you'll notice they have economy, and then like daily driver, or, performance, or whatever it says. Basically good, better, best type scenario. So what I'm trying to get at is this. So this F-150, I decided, let me look at spark plugs and stuff like that. Let me show you the one spark plug that I took out so far, just so you could see it. Now, I've gotten comments before about using anti-seize on plugs. Not to do it. Okay, I do it. I put a light touch. Like I said, it's not like I'm grabbing a piece of chicken and dropping it in batter so I can fry it. I'm just putting you don't have to do that with anti-seize. Just a light touch. And I've never had a problem. People say, oh, you can create misfires and you can create rough running. I believe it. I do believe it. Because you can affect the grounding ability of the spark plug. So yes, I do believe it. Let me just show you something real quick. I pulled out spark plug number 1. It's a 4.6 liter 01 Ford F-150. Runs terrible. Let me show you the plug. So here we go. Look how sooted up and black that is. Now, I didn't put any anti-seize on this. Somebody else did. This thing is loaded with anti-seize. Now, it is the correct plug for the application. It's an Autolite AP104. I don't know if you can read that. But here's where my bigger problem lies. These plugs are okay. I have a set of Motorcraft plugs coming for this thing. Here's my real problem. This. Precision Auto Labs ignition coil. Lethal voltage. Disconnect before servicing. Lethal voltage. Come on. That's a gimmick. You could buy these on Amazon. I would never buy these on Amazon. I would never buy these, period. This is some cheap aftermarket Chinese BS ignition coil that somebody in their garage has a whole bunch of these labels and they stuck them on these coils. I'd be willing to bet. Let me see. It just peels right off. All the coils are like this. So somebody bought a complete set of them. There are no numbers. There's nothing on these coils to indicate anything. You could buy a set of those on Amazon for $38. A set of 8 for $38. That's less than $5 each. What is that, like $4.50 a piece? I don't know, I'm not doing the math in my head. If you go to the auto parts store, you're talking $55 for one coil. Now, when you buy them through your local parts store, you have a warranty. Okay? You buy that off of Amazon or anybody else, what's your warranty? Send it back, we'll send you another one. So now what? You down your vehicle for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, while you send that out, and usually shipping's on you, it's not on them. With a parts store, you have some leverage. Yes, you're paying more for the parts. And I'm not pushing AutoZone or O'Reilly's or Napa or Advanced or any of those. I'm not. Sorry, Advanced actually just delivered spark plugs to me. Anyway, I'm not pushing any of the parts stores. I'm just saying you have leverage when you're dealing with them. You get to know them, and they will go out of their way to help you. They really will. That's why I prefer to use them. But like I said, there are other things like I'll use Amazon, and I know people have said, oh, they're cheap Chinese junk, but I've yet to have a problem with it. Detroit axle parts, suspension parts. I use it from Amazon, and I've had excellent luck with them. Yes, you can go to the parts store, and yes, you can get cheap Chinese parts. Yes, I get that. But like I said, when you're dealing with them, you have a place to go. When you're dealing with somebody online, you have a place to go. These coils that I'm talking about, like I said, $38 for a set of 8. How good can they possibly be? Seriously, how good can they possibly be? Lethal voltage? Really? All it is a label that somebody stuck on there. That's all it is. Don't believe the hype. Even if they come in yellow, it doesn't matter. It doesn't make them any better. They're junk. They are absolutely junk. I'm putting a set of plugs in this thing real quick just to see if it clears it up for a minute. Because if it does, then I'm going to put a set of 8 coils on this thing too. Provided the customer wants me to do that, because this bill's going to get expensive. But I just wanted to point it out there. Like, when you're dealing with cheap online parts, you're getting what you paid for. Do you really think a set of 8 coils for the price of 1 coil makes sense? Does it really? Doesn't, does it? I know people that for some reason they believe that they are getting a great deal when they do something like this, and then every single time it bites them. Every single time. They wind up with major failures. They wind up with all sorts of issues. So, I mean, here's a prime example. I'm not sure if this is the problem. All I know is these plugs are fouled out beyond belief. They're carbon fouled. Did somebody try to gap those plugs with a gapper? It's possible. It's possible. Judging by the fact that somebody put those coils in, anything's possible. Don't do it. That's all. Protect yourself. Protect other people. And I don't mean like, you got to stand guard and make sure they're safe and stuff like that. I mean, protect yourself in terms of, don't sit there and throw parts of the car and then all of a sudden they're going to fail a week down the road, 2 weeks down the road, 3 weeks down the road. You know what I'm saying? Just because you don't want to have to do a job twice. And I hate doing it on my own car. I hate working on my own car in the first place. I definitely don't want to have to do a job twice. So, anyway, that's it. Just be mindful of cheap parts. Lethal voltage. That cracks me up. That coil's a piece of junk. But it is what it is. I didn't put it in there. I would never sell anything like that. I would never in my life install that on anything, not even my own cars. Alright, if you're getting something out of my videos, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. Alright guys, have a great day. Keep wrenching.